kidding. It's the only game I watched.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of For the Fans podcast. We are here. There was a lot of crazy games this past week that I really want to talk about a lot of these, but I want to try not to spend too much time. So I'm going to go ahead and start with mine if that's okay, McKay, and everyone else.
Oh yeah, go
Okay.
for it.
Yeah, totally fine.
So I
Do
had
not
to.
approve.
Gosh.
Mhm.
So I had to pick the Colts versus Jaguars, and I'm not picking it because the Jaguars won. I'm picking this because Daniel Jones goes down with an injury and his Achilles tear, so he could be out for the next year or two. And honestly, the Colts season, once I saw Daniel Jones go down, I'm like, oh, the Colts season is over. It just completely ended right there. But then they bring in an interesting person.
I'm ready.
Ugh, you wish. Former Colts quarterback Philip Rivers.
So I have to ask you all real quick. Sorry to interrupt, Shane.
No, you're
Do you
fine.
feel like this is what is an equivalent of the Falcons bringing back Matt Ryan right now to lead them into whatever rest of the season we may have?
I would say it's not quite the same, but it's similar. Is the only reason it's different is because the Colts are currently on like quarterback 4, and do you really want to be reaching that deep down in the depth chart? I'm interested in this because I saw some of his throwing at practice today. He looks like he's still got an arm that can go, and the Colts have one of the better offensive lines in the league.
Okay. So
And
you feel like he should be pretty safe.
I think it's too soon to tell because the Colts are kind of throwing 44-year-old Grandpa Philip Rivers into the fire. Where next week they got the Seahawks this upcoming week, followed immediately by the number 1 defense in the league in the Houston Texans. Oh wait, no, not the Texans next week. Where did I put that? Somebody lied to me. Hold on.
Are you sure the Texans have the number one defense? I keep
Yes,
hearing that.
yes, they do have the number 1 defense.
They do. Yeah.
No, they play. So the Colts are going Seahawks, brutal defense. 49ers, brutal defense.
Eh.
Is not one of the. It's not like the Jets or anything. Then they get the Jaguars again, which that will be an interesting one. And then week 18, possibly their last chance to get into the playoffs, they face the Texans, and that's gonna be a tough challenge.
Yeah.
Well, that was kind of what I want to talk about, is the return of Philip Rivers, Daniel Jones going down, possibly being out for what? What would you say, McKay? Like a year, a full year?
Rest of the season, all of next season, and potentially part of the season after that, depending on the level of his recovery.
Mm-hmm.
Achilles injuries, they're the worst. Honestly, like it's one of those things of like when you weigh out in your head as far as the recovery time behind it. I mean, let's take a straw poll here, guys. What do you think is worse, ACL or Achilles?
I'm going to abstain from this because I've messed up my knee before, and my knees are crap. So any knee injury is just absolutely painful for me.
I think the way that he plays, I think that Achilles is a more serious injury for him, especially as a quarterback.
Well,
I'll tell you this. Let's get in your picks there. So Matt, you're saying Achilles. I'm saying Achilles. Tyler.
Yeah.
I'm going to say Achilles.
Yeah, and Shane, do you want to venture, or are you staying out of this?
I think I'm going to stay out of this, but I want to remind everybody that Daniel Jones was also playing on a broken leg for this game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Which probably
So
caused the Achilles tear because he was trying to shift his weight to...
Yeah.
Overcompensating.
Well, the same thing happened during the NBA Finals with Tyrese Halliburton. He was overcompensating on his calf, and he tore his Achilles. So, just a quick little update for you. Go ahead, Matt.
Fun fact, he tore his Achilles before.
Jones
or Halliburton?
Jones. I'm pretty sure I saw that today that he had torn his AC or torn his Achilles before.
Was it in
Or
college?
something
was
in
it
his leg.
Jeez,
the
that's how
league?
you
No, it was
know
in
it's
the
real
NFL.
bad.
It was in the NFL. I just don't know if it was the same leg or not.
To be honest, I don't
And then
remember
they-
that because I never really cared about Daniel Jones.
If we're doing the AI route, and AI is actually saying that an Achilles tendon is generally considered worse than an ACL tear due to the higher risk of career-ending outcomes and a longer, more complex rehabilitation process that severely limits early strengthening exercises. An Achilles rupture can prevent you from pushing off with your toes, and complete recovery can take a year or more, potentially impacting future athletic performance. So yeah, generally, I would say that an Achilles rupture is worse than an ACL tear, unless you're looking like at something like what happened to Zach Ertz this past weekend too, because that ACL tear, that was brutal.
Hmm.
But nothing will beat Alex Smith's leg injury. Ugh.
Oh,
There's been some
Actually, yeah.
brutal injuries in the NFL.
Agreed.
there's a YouTube video that I watched a couple weeks back that had like some of the most like intense injuries
Was it
in
sports or
NFL history.
Oh, the NFL one's pretty good.
The NFL was right. So they had Nick Chubb's injury on there. They had let's see who else was on there.
There
Those
was
really big
one
ones. They had
that Alex Smith had to be up there because
Alex Smith and Joe Theismann was on there too.
Yeah.
Um, I'm trying to think. Zach Miller's was on there too. That one was ugly. I don't know if you guys saw that one back in 2017. I saw that one. I was watching the game when that one
I
happened.
think I saw that one.
Yeah, Dak Prescott's ankle back in
Yeah,
20.
yep,
that one was on
the
there.
leg
That one,
flipped all
that one was
around.
bad.
Ugh.
Yeah, that one was bad. Man, I need to find that video just to kind of like go through it really quickly here and figure it out. So someone else go while I find that video.
All right, Matt, get it over with.
Well, I almost was gonna like go last because I
No.
wasn't sure who I was gonna pick to do my matchup, so it'd flow
Oh.
into the matchup. But
I mean, then
I'll touch on it at the same time
I was like,
because
we can
it's
can
gonna
jump
come
to
up.
Tyler. We can jump to Tyler.
Yeah. Well, it's just I was gonna do the Chargers Chiefs for next week, but I decided to do a better game. But
Oh, I
I
almost
was gonna
picked Chargers
cover.
Chiefs to counter you.
Yeah. So I picked obviously the Chargers or the Texans in the Chiefs game. For a few different reasons. One, to highlight how dominant the Texans defense is. And if they continue winning, they're going to be a dangerous team in the playoffs.
Mhm.
It's like it's going to cause problems for
Oh, no.
any team.
Everyone I've talked to is basically every single AFC team is scared to play the Texans defense, and
Oh yeah.
I say this
Like
I say this a little biased, but also not at the same time. I think the team that has the best preparation for the Texans is the Jaguars solely because we're division rivals and we see how they play multiple times.
yeah. Yeah, I think a team that can obviously you'd have to just outplay them essentially. Because their defense is dominant. Their offense is meh. It's okay. So, but going back to the game, I want to hear your guys' opinions of it before I let loose.
Oh boy.
So, what did you guys think?
Of Chiefs Texans.
Yep.
Mahomes had his worst game of basically his entire career in this game. I don't know if it was the worst, but it was one of the worst. Texans offense looked kind of bad.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. I don't necessarily blame I feel like this was a very winnable game for the Chiefs, but the Chiefs receivers just did not help in any way this game.
They really didn't. I think that's my biggest takeaway is if anything, I didn't see a lot of bad plays from Patrick Mahomes. I saw a lot of bad plays just about everybody else on this team. I
I
think
will say I will say there was probably one bad play by Patrick Mahomes. The way I kind of looked at it, I say to myself, I'm like, yeah, he probably shouldn't have thrown that ball knowing what was going to happen. And I think that was the one where he threw to Rashee Rice, and then Rice got absolutely knocked off his thigh.
Yes, agreed.
The hospital ball.
Yeah, that one was not a good play by Mahomes. But beyond that, a lot of the other ones, like a lot of the interceptions that he threw, especially that one that got tipped off of Travis Kelce. I mean, come on.
Travis Kelce in the hands and then just intercepted.
When that happened, I was just like, "You have got to be kidding me!" I literally was thinking to myself in that moment. I said, "Yeah, okay, cool. This guy, he's got his quote unquote storybook ending. He's retiring with 3 rings. He's gonna get married to Taylor Swift. Call it a career, Travis. This is it."
Yeah, yeah.
Seeing that, I was like, he went from being one of the best tight ends in the league to being one of the worst.
But he's just
I wouldn't say one of the worst.
Not one of the worst.
He's definitely trending down.
And I feel like a lot of the trending down really started to happen once he got into his relationship with Taylor Swift, because it distracted him from football, which, we may be seeing that with Josh Allen now, too. I don't know.
I mean, I don't blame Josh Allen.
His soul's being sucked away.
Here's the thing. Haley Steinfeld actually very attractive. Taylor Swift, not really.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Oh. Well.
Yeah, so I would say that's my thoughts behind it. Is it's just like, yeah, Mahomes, I don't want to put all the blame on him, but he also was not blameless.
Right.
Yeah.
No, he definitely did not have a perfect game. It wasn't a flawless game. It wasn't a pretty game, but man, the Chiefs did not help themselves out. And here's my struggle with the Houston defense. I do think it looks powerful, but I don't think the Chiefs offense is that impressive this year. And yet I didn't feel like the Houston Texans made them look like they made them look worse, but they made themselves look worse than the Texans did.
Sure, but also at the same time, you have to tip your cap to the Houston Texans defense, because that offense for the Texans has been so mid for much of this season that the only reason that they're in the fight right now is because of that defense.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, 100%. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that they're not a fantastic defense. I'm just saying there are games where I'm like, I don't feel like you are the impressive defense that I was expecting, and my expectations are not quite met for them. But we'll go on and we'll see. I mean, Texans' losses this year have all been to top 5 teams in either division. So, I mean, I'm not by any stretch of the imagination want to put any shade on them, because you're 100% correct. Their offense looks pitiful, and yet they're still winning games. So
I'll put it this way before Matt, you can have the floor. But this is probably my last comment. I think we can probably leave it at this when it comes to the situation with the Texans. Defense good or not, offense bad or not, the Houston Texans team is like the Cincinnati Bengals team last year. All the teams that are vying for playoff spots right now don't want them in the playoffs. They don't want to see them there. Does that sound about right?
No. The Jaguars will take them, but we'll take them in the championship game.
Oh, shut up.
All right. Well, Shane, thanks for saying something completely crazy to let me let loose.
Wow.
I appreciate
There we go. Yeah,
I appreciate that layup.
Let me
really do.
The current playoff standings. The 3 seed Jaguars versus the 6 seed Chargers. How many times has Justin Herbert beaten Trevor Lawrence? 0. Just saying.
Yeah.
Right now, Matt, it's slated that you guys would actually have to face the Texans, and I don't know if your Patriots offense could beat the Texans defense.
We'll see
I think they could.
I think they could. I think they could, but it's going to be a close nail biter if that happens.
Yeah.
And Shane, you're all over here talking about like, oh yeah, the Jaguars, we're totally going to beat the Texans. Yeah, right after the fumble recovery that gives the Texans the lead right at the very end happens. Yeah. Yeah, I don't want to hear it, man.
Things are changing, man. Division rival games are always different. We've always said that.
All right. My 2 cents worth from this game.
Mm-hmm.
First off, Travis Kelce has to retire for more than just one reason. The first one, obviously, we already talked about it. He's kind of dropped off his elite status. Like, he's
Washed.
not. Yeah, like he's ready to be retired. Like, let's just face it. He's done. His body's done. He's done.
Yeah.
And the other reason why he should be done is because of his salary cap. If you want any sort of help from Mahomes, you have to get rid of Kelce and bring in a tight end in the draft. That's what you have to do, and then spend money that you would have left over from him, and invest it into a weapon. Because we saw that these young receivers that they have, super talented, amazing, but I don't think they have what it takes to perform in big games.
I think you could have 2 or 3 weapons with the amount of money they're paying Kelce.
Right. And the other takeaway from this game that a few people, casters, and a couple people have mentioned on a couple of podcasts are asking one question. When are we going to finally be critical of Patrick Mahomes and his performances? Because as of right now, everyone's making excuses for him. Like, oh, it's his receivers. Oh, he didn't have the best game. It's like, no, he played bad. This whole season he's been playing bad. We have to recognize that he is not playing at an elite level anymore.
Hasn't he been a top 5 quarterback this season?
I was gonna say I want to poke a little bit of a hole in that, Matt. And by no means am I, a Mahomes fan or someone who defends Mahomes. He drives me crazy just as much as the rest of, he drives me about as crazy as Aaron Rodgers, just to put it in perspective.
That's pretty extreme. Come on, McKay.
No. Like I said about, just from the point. Yeah, I just about. But where I'm going with this is that the reason that I don't entirely agree with that is because it's easy to keep an eye on Patrick Mahomes when it comes to the situation with fantasy. When fantasy football, and I know it's not a direct correlation, but it's still a pretty good gauge of their performance to some degree, especially with a player like Jalen Hurts right now. Jalen Hurts is playing garbage, and it's reflecting in fantasy right now.
I just want to quickly say Patrick Mahomes is currently ranked 4 at QBR.
And he has, as far as fantasy has come, if you had Patrick Mahomes on your fantasy roster this year, you have not regretted it. He has generally, not this last game, but generally he has played well. Whereas in the past 1-2 years, maybe even the years where he won the Super Bowl, no, not a good QB to have on the roster. Now, that said, though, Matt, I do, on the same time, I can see from the other side of why do a lot of analysts and pundits always jump to his defense and say it's never his fault. It is sometimes his fault. Like this last game. I think this last game he had to play a role in the blame game for that. He was not completely to blame because some of those drops, like that Travis Kelce drop, man, that's on Kelce, 100%.
Kelce drop,
right.
Some Andy Reid play calling.
Yeah. Well, and like I said, we need to start being critical of him. You can't hold him as a god quarterback anymore. Like you gotta get off of that pedestal.
Recognize everyone did it with Tom Brady.
I was like, everybody did it with Brady.
Whatever. So many people fried him all the time. Oh, he doesn't pass enough. He doesn't have enough yards. Oh, he doesn't play the deep ball. Oh, all he does is these dinky doink passes. It's like, yes, but it worked.
He did do. You just admitted that he does all of that stuff.
Yeah, but that's why people were critical of him. They didn't care that they never mentioned that he was winning or losing games. It was like, oh, he's just barely winning. He's only winning from
did all the check
defenses.
Down passes, whereas Mahomes airs the ball out a lot more and is quote unquote more exciting football to watch.
Oh, yeah.
Tyler, I'm gonna say this to you because you're the only one who's outside on this. But doesn't Matt, with his talk about Tom Brady, doesn't remind you of a certain Jaguars fan who can't take the blinders off around his eyes when it comes to the defense of this person or that team?
Hey,
I have no idea what you're talking about.
I take it was a crazy all the time.
But all I'm going to say is that if they want Patrick Mahomes to get back to the status that everyone holds him to forever, you're going to need to give him help. Because he's not that quarterback that's going to play elite with crappy receivers that can't catch the ball.
Kind of like Tom Brady.
And the fact that he runs and he's the rushing leader of every game is pathetic.
What? No, that's just
Why
kind of
is
how
that pathetic?
that's how the league is nowadays. You have to be mobile as a
scrambling
quarterback.
QBs.
But that means you don't have a run game. It's like, yeah, you can run and scramble just like Josh Allen.
They don't. I'm
don't.
confused
Well, that's what
by
I'm saying.
this
They
take
need to
right
get
now.
one.
Yeah. So with that, Matt, I want to add one more caveat to that. If he does need help, it's not even just getting rid of Travis Kelce, like letting him walk or something like that. I think they should also seriously explore the idea of trading away Chris Jones next year and seeing what they can get from him
For his salary cap, 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's
the
their
Chiefs
biggest
are
issues.
old. They're old,
Yes.
and the problem is you got to offload these old players who have tons of money being paid to them.
I mean,
The glory days for the Chiefs, I think, are over.
A lot of these players have been on the team for 6 to 7 years. They're past their primes at this point. They need to start getting that young talent involved, which is where Rashee Rice comes in, where, say what you want, he's a pretty good receiver when he's healthy.
And I'd like to clarify one thing that McKay said, and McKay, correct me if I'm just putting words in your mouth. I would say this is not the end for the Chiefs. This is the end for this Chiefs team. And if they want a future, they need to rebuild around Mahomes.
I would agree. Like this era of the dynasty with this team that we've seen, whether it's the Mahomes, Kelce era, that time is over. But if they want to continue going with one of those players, in this case Patrick Mahomes, it's time to bring new players in. Matt, it's the same example with with the Patriots. They eventually had to move on from a player like Wes Welker and even Randy Moss when he was there for a bit. And then you had to look at players like Edelman and Amendola and Gronk.
Right. Well, and the other thing I was going to mention at the very end of this, and that's all I'm going to end it on this, is, okay, yes, this year they're probably going to miss the playoffs, and they're probably not going to make the playoffs next year, or it's going to be a fight for them. Because the days are over that they're in an absolute garbage league, and that they're the only standout team that's always going to get first in the division.
They've been in a garbage division the whole time. I think the Chargers have been the only one that can compete with them, and the Chargers just choke a lot.
Right, but now you get the Chargers.
I think the Broncos
and
were decent last year.
I wouldn't even put
they were
money in the Broncos.
They were still on the up and up.
Yeah,
they were definitely on the rise, but I think their defense has been sufficient to make them a challenge similar to the Texans. Now, not quite as powerful, but
I think the Broncos offense is too wishy-washy for me to say that they're going to constantly top
100%.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but I'm just saying, like, they're not gonna be like, oh, year one more year next year, they're gonna reload and go back to the Super Bowl. It's like, meh, there's too many good teams right now. So it's like,
what we
everyone needs to
can
relax.
confirm that. What we
but they
can
will be
confirm though,
competitive.
yeah. What we can confirm though is that at least I'm just saying this for me right now because we know this without a shadow of a doubt after what happened in this Texans and Chiefs game. Probably this is the biggest news out of it is we know the Chiefs cannot win their division, which means for the first time, I believe, since the 20 not I think the last time would be the 2018 playoffs. Yeah, the 2018 playoffs, the AFC Championship will not be at Arrowhead.
Yeah.
That's a breath of fresh air.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
I mean, people will say the same about the Patriots for 20 plus years.
And they're gonna say it for another 5.
And they might. The 2018 playoffs was in Gillette.
So the Chiefs
here we go again.
The Chiefs have not won. This is the first time the Chiefs have not won their division since 2015.
Correct.
So I feel like they might put up a fight with the Chargers, but I don't think the Cinderella story of them winning out the rest of the season, I don't see it. So I think they're done. But yeah, that's what I got from that game. They're just throwing the towel, reload, keep people healthy, don't risk busting your rear end just to get the playoffs and then have people get hurt.
Thank you.
Or worst case scenario, Mahomes tries way too hard and run down the line, and you don't want that to happen.
I will say I'm not gonna fully count out the Chiefs missing the playoffs yet, because their only 2 hard games are 2 of their division opponents. They got Chargers, then Titans, then Broncos, and Raiders. I think they can very easily win Titans and Raiders. And Chargers, Broncos, division games are always hard to predict, and I can see those going either way.
Well, Omario Hampton's back, and I think that's a huge plus for the Chargers.
I guess a good way to put it, Shane, is they could win maybe one against the Chargers, but not the Broncos, or the other way around. I don't see the Chiefs.
Yeah.
Here's something that now has me wanting to flip the script. Do you guys think the Chiefs get swept by both the Chargers and the Broncos this season?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Well, here's the thing. They are currently, so between the Chargers and the Broncos, they lost both of their previous matchups.
I think one will sweep them, not both.
I'm not even sure if
also,
one will sweep them.
The Chargers have 3 of their linemen still missing this week due to injury.
We all know Roger Goodell finds a way.
But, yeah. Well, we need to talk about,
McKay,
the next matchup.
Let's hear about this, because we got a lot to get through still.
Yeah,
it's true. We do. Here's the only thing that I really want to talk about with Bears and Packers. Recapping this game.
Great game, by the way. Great game.
Yeah.
Great game, and that's really the best. That's the main thing to put about it. Is when was the last time that we saw a competitive game from both the Bears and the Packers? The last time, I believe, would be the 2018-2019 season, because both of those Bears and Packers games were close during that season. Haven't seen it since. So it was refreshing at least to have this rivalry hopefully renewed in that regard.
I think I saw something where it was like, out of the last 50 games, the Bears have only beaten the Packers like 4 times.
That is correct. When it comes to the era of both Favre and Rodgers, the Bears have been absolutely awful. Prior to that, they were dominating the Packers. It's completely flipped since that time.
I will say, even Tom Grossi was like, firm handshake, Bears. That was a great game.
Yep. I've been saying that too with a friend that I have here in town who is also a big Packers fan. He was just like, that was a good game, and hopefully we'll see another good one at Soldier Field next week. I think that division is still up for the taking between them and the Lions. I think any of those 3 teams could take it at this point, and moving forward, it would not surprise me if the other 2 teams that don't win the division get a wild card spot.
Also, very sad that you guys went from being the 1 seed and dropped all the way down to the 7 seed because of 1 loss.
Yeah, but hey, that's the NFC for you.
Yeah.
Very competitive. But yeah, Tyler, let's switch over to you. Cincinnati and Buffalo.
Thank you. This was just a fun game. I think if you're looking for just a fun game that you wanted to go back and watch, talk about a fun snow game. Absolutely a thrilling comeback on the Bills side. It just could have gone either way. We saw just that Josh Allen, I don't even know that you can say he wanted it more, because both teams fought tooth and nail. Maybe just had the right things go his way at the end and was able to pull out a win. Essentially, a one-man team there at the end with some of the rushing and different things. Just an absolutely enjoyable game to watch.
The vanilla Grilla was loose.
Yeah, sure. I really don't even know that I can say that it had major ramifications. Obviously, all these games matter for both these. This game mattered for both these teams and their playoff hopes. I'd say probably in the 10 to 20% odd changes from a victory or a loss, but I wouldn't say it was crazy. And correct me if I'm wrong there, but. Yeah, that's my thoughts on this game. And really, I don't know that we need to spend a whole lot of time on it. We could probably move on. We're halfway through this podcast, so
that's true.
I think it was just a good game overall. Honestly, I love watching. Snow games.
And don't you just love? Yeah, I was gonna say, don't you just love this time of year where we get the snow games? Like, I don't know what there is. There's something so comforting to me as a sports fan, and maybe just even as a human being, where it's like you get that week of Christmas and it's just like you get one of those snow games and you just get to sit back, relax, and watch.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah. All right, then, Matt, going into our matchup for this week, let's talk about Ravens and Bengals. Big AFC North matchup here, probably with a lot of implications as far as Could one of these teams maybe make some noise? Do they stay with the Steelers? I don't know. AFC North's still pretty competitive too, but it's competitive from a point of all these teams are mid.
Yeah. I think this game, obviously, I picked it because it's one of those games where it's like you got both teams are going to have to win to make the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Ravens more so. Or not Raven, but the Bengals more so because they're kind of deeper in the hole. But if Ravens still want a shot, they got to win. So I think this will be a very good game, and you're going to see a lot of risk taking, which I think will translate to you might see a lot of kind of clutch turnovers in this game.
Yeah.
I could see that.
Like that's what's going to decide this game.
Yeah.
Is the number of turnovers.
So going into making a decision here as far as what team is going to win this matchup, here's my opinion on it. Here's how I see it going. These two teams know each other too well. They're too competitive for it to end in a sweep. Cincinnati won the first matchup. Baltimore all the way this time.
Yeah. I'm going with the Bengals just because they got the home field.
I'm going to take the Ravens on this one. I think they have far more to lose. And while I think Bengals may want to play spoiler, I very much see the Ravens coming into this game knowing that their playoff hopes ride and die with this game.
I can't believe I'm saying this, but I agree with Matt. I think the Bengals are going to win it. It's going to be Joe Burrow and Ja'Marr Chase all game, and honestly, I'm going to sit back and watch and feel like that's going to be a dominant duo to go over this Ravens defense.
I could use that for fantasy, so thank you. For playoffs that are here. Matchup monster, though, for me, in my opinion, though, I believe that this is going to be a big Lamar Jackson game.
Yeah.
From the point of
last week,
Lamar's probably still going to throw 2 picks in this game, but he's going to rush and throw all over the place.
Yep. That's who I would pick as well as a matchup monster, just for that reason.
Yeah. Shane or Tyler, did you have a matchup monster?
So what do you mean, Shane?
I'm going to go with Derrick Henry.
Derrick Henry, gotcha. Shane, I was saying that as in it was your turn to
the Nets game.
Do your matchup.
I have another division matchup that will decide a lot of playoff stuff. I got the Bills wanting revenge from earlier this season, facing the Patriots in Gillette.
Fun story, and I'm not sure of Matt's feelings on this, but Bills technically have the betting odds advantage here.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
It's only 1 point, but it's still leaning Bills.
Sad we're not going to see the Bills rivalry jersey this game like we did last game.
Man, I think they only wear it once a year, right?
They only wear it once. But man, those look so good.
Yeah, they do. If I had to pick probably a second favorite team, and I think I've said this before on here, but I 100% would pick. Like, I was almost a Bills fan. I'd probably take the Bills, and I'm tempted to get a jersey just because of how good they look. I've never been tempted before until now.
Those were pretty good, and I mean, you're not gonna get your rivalry jersey for like another 3 years, so.
Exactly. I have to satiate myself somehow.
Me and McKay get it in the upcoming season. I'm so excited.
Yeah.
I will say, I wish for the rivalry uniforms, I wish that they wore them during all of their rivalry division matchups.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
I feel like it's a waste to wear it once and then never again.
I think twice a year feels better than just once a year. I don't mind that they're not wearing it all the time because I think it does make it more special. But I wouldn't mind seeing it twice a year.
Division rival home games, like for the Patriots. Hey, if you're playing a division rival and you're hosting them, wear your rivalry jersey.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. Anyways, so we got betting odds favorites as the Bills. I think the Patriots will barely win this one out.
I'm going to take the Patriots too.
I told you guys this a couple weeks ago. This is the week I feared in their whole schedule. Because if they come out and ball out, they'll stay paced throughout the whole playoffs. But if they come in here and Bills punch them in the face, it
downward spiral.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say downward
Not a spiral. They won't be off to a good start in the postseason.
They'll be taking a couple steps back because not only would they have the bye week and then they come out and get blown out and then it's like they kind of like get dazed and then they push forward instead of just sprinting to the end. So, but that being said, I feel like the Patriots can handle the Bills.
Yeah.
I think they have a lot of confidence going into this game.
And I think they have too much. I think overconfidence from their pretty heavy-handed win in their first meetup is going to lead them to underestimate the Bills.
Okay.
Matchup monsters.
Drake, May.
Oh gosh, that's the worst nickname.
Ravion Henderson.
So bad, but it's funny.
Okay, seriously, why did you guys like use Henderson for a while and were like, oh my gosh, he's actually very good, and then stopped using him again?
To throw
Saving
him
him
off
for the playoffs.
Yeah, my fantasy doesn't like that either. I have him in like 5 leagues.
I have him in one.
Suddenly he stopped playing.
Yeah, I was very sad because I would have taken the advantage in a playoff this week, but I didn't check Sunday morning, and I had Drake London in, and he ended up being called out. And if I put in the other receiver, I would be up by 8 points right now. But instead, I'm down by 3, and I'm like, ugh. I was very upset.
Josh Allen.
Ugh. Haley Steinfeld. No, I'm probably gonna go with Travion Henderson as well. I need it for my fantasy. All right, Tyler.
Fair enough.
All right. I almost went Ravens and Bengals, decided on Lions and Rams. I think this has the biggest playoff consequences as far as the Lions go. I think if Lions can figure out a way to win this game, I think they have a shot in the postseason. I think if they lose this game, I think Lions fans can kind of say goodbye to their season. I don't think that they have a shot with a loss here. I don't want to say they don't have a shot, but it feels slim. I think their odds dropped to somewhere around 30 or 40% with a loss here, if I remember correctly.
Let me check because I had it pulled up. If they lose, they go down to a 42% chance to make the playoffs.
Okay, so not as bad as I was thinking, but
it's a 10% drop. They're currently at 52. If they win, it goes up to 73.
Right. Also, I think this also starts off a series of the last 2 games, I think, of real consequence for the Rams. I think they have the Lions here, which should be a fairly tough match. And then I think they also have the Seahawks next week, if I remember correctly.
Yes, they do.
And potentially, if people are believing things go the way that people are predicting, this could, after these 2 games, Rams are going to win out the rest of the year. So interesting to see. Maybe I should have picked them next week, and maybe I will. But I think this will be an interesting week for them as well.
This is an obstacle they need to get through.
Yep.
Sadly,
agreed.
I think it's gonna be a little too tall of an order. I think the Rams are gonna try and put a stranglehold on the NFC right now.
See, and if I recall too, Rams are 100% in at this point.
No, they are not.
No one has
They are
officially
not.
clinched, right?
I thought they had clinched. Are they not clinched?
Hold on. Some playoff stuff. They have not clinched. I think the only team that has clinched there are two teams that have clinched the playoffs. Broncos and Patriots have clinched playoffs.
Oh, okay.
Broncos clinched their division. Patriots clinched.
What are the odds for the Rams if they lose this one?
If they lose,
it's still obscene.
If they lose, sure. They have a 92% chance to make the playoffs. If they
win,
they're in. Win, they're in.
Yeah. Considering the next two games that they have after the Seahawks, I think their season is pretty well sealed.
But
I don't think they have anything.
Seed. They need it.
I know. I think they're far enough ahead of even the Packers or the Eagles. I don't think they have much to worry about. I think they could take
one game ahead of the Packers, and the Packers.
They're one game.
The Packers would win it for the main reason of the Packers had that tiebreaker with the Cowboys. So even if they finish both with the same amount of wins, the Packers will get it over the Rams because they have a tie.
Right.
I'm saying the Rams are going to win because they won't put the hold on the NFC.
I'm tempted to say the Rams are who I'm picking, but I'm going to give the Lions their shot here.
I like the Rams' odds. I do not hate them at all.
I got to go Rams on this one, but I think it'll be insanely close. It's just the way. I mean, these two teams they have that connection between each other that always just seems to come up at this time between Stafford and Goff, and at this point, between them, I look at the situation with the Rams receivers, and I just think it's going to be a good game for them. Anything to add to that?
Nope. Let's go into some matchup monsters.
Nope. Okay. It was Puka Nakua's big game this past one, so let's go with Davante Adams on this one. For me.
So we got Adams. I'm going to go with Kyren Williams. I feel like he's due for a big game.
Waiting on Gibbs.
Yeah.
I do love Gibbs.
You read my mind. I was going to say Gibbs as well.
I would argue probably one of, if not the best running back in the league right now.
Yeah.
All right, McKay, take us to this one.
All right, Packers versus Broncos. Look, this I feel like has the makings of a big defensive battle written all over it. Just from the point of what the Broncos are capable of doing versus what the Packers defense, especially with Micah Parsons, is often doing. I feel like the first half of this game is just going to be just straight up defense. And then we're going to kind of see a little bit more of it flesh out as we move into the second half of this game. And yeah, I know some people might be thinking it's like, oh, it's the Toyotathon. And honestly, the Toyotathon trend is the only reason that would make me think that the Packers could win this. But I don't know. I'm feeling the Broncos on this one. I feel like because the situation that the Packers always seem to do is they play a good game and then they don't play a good game. So if we're continuing with that trend here, then I'm going to say that the Broncos win this game.
And Broncos have a trend of winning games this season by like 3 points or something. Mm-hmm. If that's the case, I think that lines up with everything. I think I'm going to say the Broncos as well.
I'm going with Packers.
Apparently, Matt and I just agree on everything.
Yeah, I feel like they're going to win. And then I'm also impartial because then that means Broncos have a loss, and then, it may help the Patriots out for seeding.
Which is the biggest reason why I'm picking the Broncos, if we're being honest, so that it helps the Bears.
Yep, I figured.
Yeah.
I mean, what's the first round bye gonna do if you have to face the Texans in the division round playoffs? That's gonna be a scary one.
If they make it.
I thought it was going to be the Jags.
Jags are
What
currently
happened?
3-seed.
Oh, okay.
The only way right now the Jags and the Texans would play is if the Texans move up a spot, or if the yeah, whatever. My brain lost track.
Yeah.
Anyways. All right. Matchup
monster. Micah
Parsons.
Running like a madman.
Still can't believe the Cowboys traded him away for nothing. I agree with you, McKay. I'm with you on the Surtain. I'm certain I'm on Surtain.
I think Jordan Love is going to have to ball out if they're going to win this.
Yeah.
So I'm going with Love.
15 Love.
Matt,
no.
That's what I'm laughing at over here.
Yeah, I know. Matt's being a distraction.
Matt's being a degenerate. What else is new?
He doesn't even know what's coming.
You're welcome.
All right, upset of the week. Let's throw them out here real quick. My upset of the week, I'm going to say the Saints beat the Panthers.
Solid. I think the Raiders beat the Eagles would be interesting.
Good.
Dang.
Wow.
That would be a big one.
That'd be fun.
I'd want to see it.
I saw
that or Titans.
No.
Those would be two pretty big upsets.
Here I think is going to be a fun one. Colts beating the Seahawks. Rivers' first game back?
I don't see that as like a long shot, if I'm being honest.
You know,
I
you
don't
say that, but
either.
What are the betting odds? What are the odds? I need to know.
-13.
Are they really?
In favor of Seahawks? Yeah.
That's pretty big.
Yeah.
Mister, I don't think it's a long shot.
Oh, and I'm choosing Lions. I think Lions upset is going to be when they beat the Rams and all but solidify their chance in the postseason. And Rams are going to get that loss.
Yeah.
All right, Matt, you got us for big ticket?
I do.
All right, so Tyler, I can already see yours is on the document, so share what you think the most expensive game is going to be.
Yes, I think it's going to be Atlanta-Tampa Bay.
The most expensive?
I think you have a division game.
Most expensive game.
There's a lot of division games this week. I would not put that up at the top.
But it's also Thursday Night Football.
And people care about that still?
They do in person.
Do they?
Matt, I'm going to say Ravens and Bengals.
Oof. That's
good choice.
I'm going to say Bills Patriots.
Ooh, that's close. Oh. That's the number 2.
Oh.
The number 1, which is interesting, is Packers
Vikings and
Broncos.
Packers
really?
Yeah. Mile High is getting expensive.
Yep.
Well, look at who owns
$2.95.
it. Oof. Jeez. All right, what's the low? Panthers and Saints?
Oh, geez, that is crazy.
You'll never believe it.
Oh, it's Bears and Browns.
Oof, no, actually.
No. Oh.
Is it Dolphins Steelers?
No. I had to scroll a little further down. It's the Panthers and Saints.
Huh.
Okay, so I was right.
But the cheapest ticket that's pretty close to that is actually the Ravens-Bengals game.
Really? Really? Wow, that was really off of that
$23 is the lowest ticket right now.
Wow,
it's because it's a snow game.
Who told us it was Cincinnati?
It's in Ohio.
It used to not matter if it was a snow game. It's because it's in Ohio.
Oh man, too fun.
Oh, good stuff. All right, Shane, take it away with our For the Fun.
Oh,
let's do this.
Baby. I don't know how much you guys have seen other people do this, but for your viewing pleasure within the Discord, next to my name, click the live button so that you can see. Oh, wait.
Yeah.
Let me, this is going to be tricky to do. Ha. I am now letting the people at home view our wheel. So,
Are you sure?
Yes.
I'm not seeing a wheel. I'm seeing the dock.
Yeah, I've seen the document too.
It is the wheel. It may take a minute to catch up for
Now we're looking at YouTube.
Yeah, we're looking at YouTube.
Yep.
There we go.
I'm like, it takes a moment to catch up. There is a delay behind everything.
All right, I like this. Let's see this.
Okay, so what this wheel is for is that we're gonna spin the wheel. This wheel has every team in the NFL, all 32. In our document, I have each position. I got quarterback, running back, 2 wide receivers, tight end, and defense. What's going to happen is that we're going to spin our lovely wheel. It's going to land on a team. When it lands on a team,
I love this.
When it lands on a team, you can pick any position you have available from the current roster and fill that position on your team, and you are trying to build the best team possible.
Okay.
I figured current roster. I was debating between all-time and current. I'm like, you know what? Current will be fun. Maybe we'll do an all-time one in the future.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
All right. Who wants to go first?
Mickey.
I'll go.
Oh, Tyler's up first.
Go ahead, Tyler. Go ahead.
And then we'll go down the line, going to Matt, then McKay, and then we'll loop back around. So, snake draft. All right, Tyler. Let's see what you got. I did not check the.
Am I supposed to be seeing the spinning wheel? I can hear it, but I don't think.
Yeah, it's back on the freaking document.
Oh.
I also realized that there is one blank, but there are still 32 teams. That one blank was just an error. Tyler, you got the Tennessee Titans. Have fun with that.
Oh my.
Go with your Calvin Ridley.
Can McKay go first?
Nope.
Nope.
Oh, I'm so glad.
Oh man.
I also just
hey, Shane, in some of these I've seen everyone gets one skip.
Everyone gets one skip. Do you want to use it now?
Oh jeez, yeah. There's no way.
Watch him get the Titans again, Nick. So that means you spin again for him, right, Shane?
Yes.
So now he gets
Why are there?
He gets the rate.
Where's that?
He gets the Browns on the next one.
Yeah, I'm just.
I would have loved to save it when I have less availability, but I don't know that I would take anyone from this freaking team.
There might be a defensive player you could have taken.
Oh, am I taking a player or the whole defense?
Player.
The whole defense.
Player.
Oh, a player? Oh, then I
Player.
could have found someone.
49ers.
Oh, okay. Here we go.
I mean, I feel like you got options here.
Okay. I am from the 49ers going to take. Ooh, do I? Ooh.
There's two that I think you have to debate between.
I know.
Oh, we're also
I
gonna
know.
say
Do I
this.
take?
If someone else
Do I take Kittle or McCaffrey?
If someone else claims a player, you cannot claim them. This is like a fantasy draft almost.
Yep.
Oh, I do love Kittle. My struggle is how do you not take McCaffrey? Is it how they're playing this year?
This year.
Okay, let's take McCaffrey.
All right, write it in. Hate having that one.
Oh.
Bad spot. All right, Matt, you're up. Are you ready?
Sure.
By the way, I'm also streaming this to you guys in the Discord, so.
Oh, McCaffrey's a quarterback. That's cool.
He was.
Thank you, Matt. I thought it was just round one. I see now.
Ooh, Matt,
Well,
you almost
took his
had the
spot.
Lions, but now you got the Denver Broncos.
Denver Broncos.
Literally a hair away from the Lions. I think there's 3 players you could get for the Broncos that are good choices. Matt having to pull up the Broncos roster to see who's actually on the team.
No, I'm debating between 2.
Mm-hmm.
Where am I seeing the spinning wheel?
So Tyler?
Yeah, Shane, we're still getting the doc.
Oh, gosh
so.
dang it. Okay, hold on. I can fix it within.
You know what? I feel like he would be a solid on any defense. Plus, I liked him when he wasn't with the Broncos, and I'm gonna go say with Hufanga.
Oh, that's not who I thought you would pick.
I totally
thought about Surtain, but Hufanga's a beast.
All right, well, write it in.
Hufanga's a beast.
I'm gonna have to look up how you spell his name real quick.
Okay, are you ready?
Yeah, let's do it.
Alrighty. If it lands on the 1 blank space, we'll just re-spin. Oh.
I was so close.
McKay almost getting his own team. That would have been fun.
This is still great, though. So honestly, at the wide receiver 1, give me Jamar Chase.
Oh, that is a
well done.
Beautiful judge.
Yeah.
All right, McKay.
All right.
Back to back. You ready?
Yep.
Where's it gonna go? Oh.
Oh my
beautiful.
gosh.
Oh,
beautiful.
Okay.
Raiders.
You got some pretty solid choices here. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I'm leaning defense for this one, and I know that there's some good defensive players that I can go on there with that.
I think defense is the right choice, honestly.
Yeah, for this, I'm debating between. There's 2 that I'm really generally debating between, but I think
you gotta go with 1. Oh, that's not the one I thought you were gonna go with.
I'm gonna go with Josh Hines Allen. Honestly,
I like that.
I know Devin Lloyd could have been a good pick too, but yeah, I'm going with Allen.
Devin Lloyd was my thought because he has a lot of interceptions and has been pretty solid. So I like both. I like the choice. All right, Matt, you ready?
Yep.
Spin the wheel wherever it lands. Please don't be the Patriots.
Goes on the bus, go round and round.
Been singing that song with my daughter all day. 49ers again.
Man.
I mean, you do have a skip available as well, but you got some choices.
I'd take the 49ers again.
Yeah, I would like to take George Kittle.
I think that's a solid one if you were to ask me. I personally would not take Brock Purdy. I would not go near that.
Not this year.
No.
I mean, you have your skip
let's do it.
available.
I like Kittle. I like Kittle. I'll go with George Kittle.
Alrighty. Tyler. Here we go, Tyler.
I'm ready.
I'm not afraid to skip.
One more time. Oh, Tyler's going to get the... Oh. Tyler has gone the Minnesota Vikings. Woof.
Ooh.
You want to take 9. You want to take 9.
I honestly thought about that. I think here's the struggle. I think I've got to take his fantasy numbers have been trapped, but I don't think that's really due to him. I'm taking Justin Jefferson as a wide receiver.
That's what I would do.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
That I think was the best choice.
It's a great choice.
All right, Tyler. Spinning again.
Hit me.
Oh. The Bills.
What?
Okay.
No brainer.
This is a no-brainer.
Yeah, I think I will take Kincaid. Just kidding. I'm taking Josh Allen.
A solid roster right there. Dang.
I know. I was like, Allen, McCaffrey, Jettis. Woof. Tyler
I'm pretty happy with this.
Pretty vicious team.
All right, Matt. Tyler has used the skip though, so.
Yeah, I'm worried what I'm going to end with.
You want to skip on Lions?
Heck
You
no.
mean the Broncos? It's literally the same thing that just happened, but on the Lions side. Stupid. Gibbs.
Yeah.
100%.
Yep.
Yeah.
Out.
Yep.
Lucky.
Yep.
As he sits over there with McCaffrey, Allen, and Jefferson.
Right.
All right, McKay.
All right. Let's see.
Bears.
Let's see.
I do want McKay to get the Bears, but
You can do it.
Oh,
Falcons.
Yeah.
All right. All right.
There's
All right.
no
I can
one
rock
good
with
there,
this.
right?
That's an easy one. That's an easy
right?
one.
The kicker.
Bijan Robinson
No. Who does Koo kick for now? He kicks for somebody
one.
else now.
for the
No.
Giants.
Yeah.
Canned.
Exactly, no one.
Did he really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Because he
Canned.
missed.
Yeah.
McKay,
All right, Shane.
I'm not gonna lie, I thought you were gonna possibly consider Drake London in there.
Yeah.
Drake is solid, but you can't pass
Yeah.
on Bijan.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Oh, Seahawks.
Wow.
Oh, lucky.
Smith
That's a
and
piece of cake.
Jigba.
JSN.
Absolutely.
Oh my
Absolutely.
heavens.
I'm not gonna
All
lie.
right.
I feel like McKay might have the best roster right now.
Yeah, really though.
I will say, Tyler, yours is
Solid
heavily
receivers
carried
there.
by Allen and Jefferson. That's a scary duo. But
All right, back
I'm,
to Matt.
I'm terrified of a chased JSN and Bijan though.
That's a lot of weapons.
That's a lot of weapon. All right,
Unless you have
Matt.
Geno
It depends
Smith.
on who the QB is throwing to him.
Yep,
Let's
that's
see.
The
Yeah,
QB.
if I have to stick for the Browns and get Shador or something
Oh.
like that.
Matt, you got the Colts.
Take Rivers. Do it.
Wide receiver QB, Matt. Wide
skip.
receiver
You
QB.
have a skip. You do have a skip.
Like it could get so much worse though.
It could. It could.
The sad
You
thing
can
is,
hit it too.
if you took Amon Ra for the Lions, you could take Jonathan Taylor here. So sad.
But okay, but Shane, if you have the choice between Gibbs and Amon-Ra, who are you taking?
True.
With seeing what the wide receiver board currently is, I would probably take Amon Ra.
I'm going to regret this, but I'm going to go ahead and skip.
Okay, Matt using the skip.
Here we go again. Browns.
No,
Browns are
Titans.
It's going to be the Raiders.
Oh, Jets.
Oh,
Jets.
Jets.
Oh, no.
I told you it could get so much worse.
Oh, no.
hey, you
Yeah.
have some solid options here
There-
still. That's way better than it was.
You have an option here. You still have an out.
Yeah. This is not a bad one for you.
But he's on IR. So if I take him, is he on IR?
No.
No,
No.
it's a season.
Okay, let's go with Garrett Wilson then, for sure.
Alrighty. All right, Tyler.
He really did come to regret that.
Spin the wheel, where it lands, no one knows.
Hope you
Oh
get the
gosh,
Raiders.
Tyler's getting his
Oh,
own
wow.
team. Tyler's getting the home team.
London.
You have to take London, I feel like.
Ooh.
No.
Oh,
Ty-
AJ Terrell.
No, Tyler's
I
gotta
think I'm
take
gonna
Kyle
take AJ
Pitts.
Terrell here. I'd like to keep my wide receiver option open.
Wow, you're not gonna take
That-
Kyle Pitts?
I'm sorry. Did any of you see him shut down JSN in this last game?
I'm sorry. Don't you have Kyle Pitts?
Nope, not taking Pitts.
All right. Tyler, write it down, and we're going to spin the wheel again for you.
Make it official.
Make it official. A wide receiver and tight end is all that's left for Tyler. Ooh.
Oh,
lucky dog.
Tampa Bay
Wow.
Buccaneers. That is.
He's got some
Okay.
options.
I think
there's 3 good wide receivers here. That's like the gold
Yeah.
line for wide receiver.
You get the gold standard. You know you want to.
Yep.
I think I'm taking Mike Evans.
Yeah.
Yep.
Good job.
Smart decision.
All
Very
right,
smart.
Matt, coming back to you. Quarterback and wide receiver left.
Oh God! Please don't.
Titans, dang it! Oh.
Oh no! Jerry Judy, come on down.
I think Matt despises us for the fun now. This is least favorite one that we've done.
Flex the watch. Flex the watch. It's Shador in here.
Hey, this is about right when Shador went in the actual draft, right?
Yep. You know what? I'm gonna go with Deshaun Watson.
Yeah.
No.
I was like,
come on.
He hasn't played this season.
I'm gonna go with Jerry Judy.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Another team, a poor offense's reject. So
All right.
You did the right thing.
All right, McKay.
Wish I saw the running back option. Would have gone with Judkins, dude.
Oh yeah.
That's probably the best option.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh, come
dang.
on. That's not fair.
Give me Drake, May.
That's not fair.
I was gonna say McKay had both quarterback and tight end. I feel like he would have won with either pick, honestly.
Really though,
That's not
insane.
fair.
Matt's just sad because he can't get Drake May for his own team.
And I still have
You
my
mean Drake
too.
May May.
You still
No
have
one's
the
got
skip.
no one's got a 4-loss team or 4-win team yet, except for me.
And I'm assuming the
there we
skip's
go.
gonna be
Yes!
used here.
Yeah, let's use the skip and let's see what happens.
You don't want Chig Ogwambo Bobo?
I do not.
You'll get like freaking the Raiders and get Bowers. Or the Falcons. And
Nope.
Warren, Tyler Warren. Done.
Dang. I'm not gonna lie. McKay's roster is kinda stacked.
Yeah, it is.
Holy.
Can we put this in the AI? I want to see who would win.
We should. All right, let's finish you guys off. My roster is complete.
Oh boy.
Lucky
I
duck.
was gonna start pulling up
Oh,
ChatGPT
man.
now.
Let's just pull my teeth out right now, dude.
Oh! Philip
Rivers
Rivers.
does come to bat. It happened twice.
Or can he take Dan Jones?
Without being injured. I feel like that's...
You can take Dan Jones.
You could, or you can take Anthony Richardson if you're feeling really
But I
frisky.
feel like you should take.
No.
I feel like you should take Rivers, right? I'm just laughing.
Dude, who knows?
I'm just
He
laughing.
could light it up.
You use the skip to avoid the Colts situation just to land exactly where you are again.
I got them
I swear,
twice.
that
Or actually,
happens
this
to
is the
me.
third time. I feel like I should spin again.
Nope.
Landed on them 3 times.
The wheel has chosen. You can do Daniel Jones. Daniel Jones was pretty
But I
solid
want
up
to.
until recently.
He's mulling it over.
He's like, do I really take Daniel Jones or do I take a shot at Grandpa Rivers?
You never know. You could play lights out.
Isn't Rivers? No. How old was Brett Favre when he retired? Wasn't he like 46, 47? Not Rivers. Favre. Oh, 41. Okay.
Indiana Jones. I like it. I'd take him too.
Yep. Harrison Ford.
He used to be able to throw a pig stand a quarter mile.
Yep.
All right, Tyler. You're
Here we go.
stuck
Who's
at
my tight end?
end?
Who's my tight end?
What a crapshoot.
Oh,
Oh, come on, no!
What do you mean no? Brenton Strange is actually solid.
I'm just kidding. I just wanted to give the emotional overload.
The Brock Bowers, though, that would have been naughty.
That would have been good.
Hey.
All right, I assume you're taking
Yeah,
Brenton Strange.
I was excited for Brock Bowers. That's what I was hoping for, but I can settle.
Let's mix this up. Let's do one more spin each and actually get a full defense, and the captain is the guy we picked, because that can make a difference.
Do you just want you get the whole defense of everybody?
Yeah, including the guy you picked.
Oh, okay. Hold on, I'm gonna throw it back live for people.
Because the way it is, yes, I'm gonna lose in the offensive, just gonna happen because it's too stacked on the other side.
You can't change the rules now.
But if McKay got the Raiders defense, meh.
I mean, I feel
or
if I got the Texans defense,
if McKay gets the Texans defense, you're just gonna want to hate everything. All right, Tyler, you get the first crack at the defense, so here we go.
Can he keep his current one though? If he,
yeah. Wait a second. Why are we? I made specific decisions. I gave up Drake London to take AJ Terrell.
No. You're getting, this is your full defensive team, so you got with one
Terrell.
Player from another. So you got AJ Terrell plus now the Lions defense, which is actually pretty solid.
Oh yeah, that's not bad.
So it's just gonna backfire because now I'm gonna get the Titans.
Matt is wanting a chance to fight back right now. Alright, so Tyler's got the Lions defense. Matt, I'm gonna laugh if you get the Titans defense.
It's gonna get the Raiders. You watch.
Jets defense.
Okay, we'll take it. Take it to the bank.
I'm dying a little bit.
Oh man.
Oh, all right, McKay.
Let's see.
Oh, to the end of the episode, right?
You asked for this. Dang.
Yeah.
McKay getting the Rams defense.
Yep.
Oh.
I win.
Like I said, now it makes the decision a lot easier.
Oh man.
Boy.
Do we even need to plug this one into ChatGPT?
No.
I think a collective voting, but I still think that everyone is gonna go. I was like, why was Evan Ingram there for a minute?
That was my bad.
I was like, he's on the Broncos.
Yep, that was my bad.
Yeah, McKay's team kind of just runs away with it, to be honest.
A lot of offensive weapons and a pretty decent defense too.
Yeah.
I'm gonna see what AI is gonna say about McKay's team. This is gonna take me a minute, so feel free to talk, people.
Fuck. All we've been doing this entire time, and now we got.
Whoa.
You guys are breaking stuff.
Who broke this?
Matt.
Matt's breaking everything because he's upset.
Watch, Matt. Now's your chance. No one's paying attention to switch minds to yeah. You get Geno Smith and Nick Chubb and let's see who's a really mid wide receiver. Oh man, why am I drawing a blank? And Brandon Ayuk and Marvin Harrison and oh man. And just from what I'm seeing on ChatGPT, Tyler, it liked you better than me.
I was gonna say, I just plugged it in ChatGPT, and it said Tyler's team would win with something being like 31-24.
I'll take it. I'll take it.
All right.
Ranks Mike Evans versus JSN higher.
And
Wow.
you know what, that makes sense from the point of at least if we're going from accolades alone. I mean, Tyler, your quarterback has won an MVP, and your running back and your wide receiver have won Offensive Player of the Year.
We are
I would say they're the older team
going off of this season alone. So give it a moment to calculate again. All right, it's breaking everything down. It would still slightly favor Tyler's team.
How about that?
Score it says clear winner is Tyler's team.
Yeah, they're saying Josh Allen has more experience and is more proven than Drake May is doing great.
This is just gonna fuel. This is just gonna fuel Matt's like fire for how this game between Buffalo and New England is gonna shake out this weekend.
Yeah, so let's see. So McKay is saying you have a slight edge offensively thanks to a very good running back and wide receiver, but the fact that one of Tyler's wide receivers has been hindered by injury this year being Mike Evans, but Tyler's team holds the advantage at quarterback and running back.
On mine, it says Team 2 solid but lacks elite firepower outside Kittle.
Gosh.
Oh man.
I plugged it into Gemini as well, and they agree.
Yeah, I mean,
it hurts.
It is definitely saying Tyler's team would win this. I don't know how much is throwing in the defense. Yeah, it's not really calculating the defense too much, but here we're gonna. This is the last one, and then we're gonna end.
I actually just narrowed down the decision. I said based out of just the 2024 season performance.
Oh, I said based off of just this year's performance, and it still said Tyler's team was gonna win.
What about 2025? Yeah.
Let's see. It's breaking everything down.
My team's better than McKay's. Just kidding. Actually, it does say that. Team 2's better.
That's a lie. So, breaking it down one last time. Tyler, your team loses.
Yeah, that's what it says according to this one.
If McKay gets the Rams defense, you get the Lions defense. McKay's team will win 30-24.
Now that also fuels considering the Rams and the Lions are playing each other this weekend. Where does that factor in now?
Ooh.
Oh, we shall see. We may have to revisit this.
Hey, I was going to say.
Mine said, by the way.
I'm doing a best of 3 now.
Let me see.
Gemini still says Tyler with 20-25 record.
Yeah, mine still says Tyler's team by a mile, but my team's actually second because of the performance of Kittle and Gibbs.
Is that going off fantasy points though?
Just overall performance with average yards, fantasy points, comparison table, points, PPR, half PPR, standard scoring.
I will say this:
team usage and
I ran McKay and Tyler's team through a 3-game series. Game 1. Who wants to guess who wins Game 1?
Tyler.
I mean, I'm looking at it right now. On your screen, but
true. I should stop sharing.
Mine.
There we go.
Oh.
No spoilers. So McKay's team wins Game 1, 31-21. Ja'Marr Chase has a career game: 8 catches, 137 yards and a touchdown. Bijan Robinson, 112 rushing yards and a touchdown. Sheesh.
It's a slow week for him.
I mean, 2 players gain over 100 yards. That's solid. Game 2. Who wants to guess who wins Game 2?
Tyler.
Tyler does win Game 2. You want to know the score for that?
No.
Oh. Wow. Score is 27-24. Josh Allen has 298 yards for 3 touchdowns. Jefferson, 122 yards and a touchdown. So series tied. The deciding game. Who do we think wins it all?
I'm gonna go with Tyler's team.
McKay saying Tyler.
I'm saying based on what the algorithm already told you on your search, probably McKay.
It is saying McKay 34-27 for the sole reason, Tyler, that they're saying that your defense cannot keep up with McKay's offensive weapons.
There are a lot of them.
Hey, I have AJ Terrell to shut down JSN like he did last week.
But how are you going to handle Jamar Chase and Bijan Robinson and Tyler Warren?
And the rest of whatever the crap the Lions have.
They do not have a strong
Everyone
secondary.
else will double team.
You can't double team 4 different people.
Yes, you can.
But I will say, this was very interesting. This is one that I think I want to do again in the future, but we could do all time.
Yeah, it'd be fun.
All time, I think, would get very interesting because some teams have a very deep, rich history of players. I will say, Matt's team doesn't look super sexy when looking at, but there's some really good pieces there.
All right, you don't need to make him feel better. His team sucks.
Well, Daniel Jones was like a top 5 quarterback until he got hurt. Gibbs terrifies me. And I'm sure McKay will attest to George Kittle, probably one of the best tight ends in the league.
Yeah. It's
all true.
But with that will take us to the end of this extra special long podcast. Thank you everyone for joining us, and we will see you next time.